debt relief companies are always putting these ads out there, and they make it seem like, hey, you can get rid of all your credit card debt. Is this a good idea? We're going to unpack this and give you the unvarnished truth about this today. So let's jump into this. But let's get into the details of this. What exactly is this debt relief? So a lot of people get confused. You've got debt relief companies over here, and then you've got a debt consolidation loan that you can get from various lenders on the other side. And so is this the same thing? Is this different? How does this work? Well, let's unpack this. So first of all, these debt relief companies, the way they work is they're going to negotiate with your credit card companies, maybe some medical bills, maybe some unsecured loans that you might have. And generally speaking, these are almost always going to be unsecured, no collateral loans or credit cards that you've taken out, because if it was secured, like you didn't pay your mortgage, you didn't pay your car loan, they'll take the house, they'll foreclose, they'll take the car, repo it, the repo guy comes by, etc., etc. And what these debt relief companies do is they come in and they have you sign an agreement. You reach out to these credit card vendors, and basically you authorize them to negotiate on your behalf. And so they might say, hey, these guys are a step away from bankruptcy. You're going to get nothing unless you negotiate with them. So, hey, you better give them a good offer. And sometimes they'll negotiate 50 cents on the dollar. So if you owe a $10,000 credit card, they might be able to negotiate that down to $5,000. If you owe a $20,000 credit card, they might be able to negotiate it all the way down to $5,000 too. So 25, 50 cents on the dollar, which can save you a ton of money, which seems like a really good idea. It can save you all this money. And so that's kind of option number one, is you have the debt relief. Now, option number two is actually what's called a debt consolidation loan. And what this is it takes all of your credit card and loan balances, and you try and consolidate those into one loan where it's a monthly payment, hopefully affordable, and now you're going to pay more towards principal. Instead of paying that credit card off in a decade, which is actually what it can take, or even longer, you'll pay it off in 5 years, because instead of 95% of the payment going towards interest, it's going to be going towards principal. Now, if you're in a really tight spot, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to do that. I understand. I'm going to tell you in about 60 seconds what you should do in that case. But let's say you're in a case where you're a business owner or entrepreneur, you took on some debt, you maybe went the wrong direction, but you've got a new path, and you're going to be able to get out of it. And so you just need to focus on sales, and you just need an affordable payment over time. Well, here's the strategy that you can do. You can get a debt consolidation loan, consolidate as much of your card balance as possible. And if you can get those balances paid down below 45% of the limit, if it's a $10,000 card, get it paid down below $4,500, then booyah, your credits can go up significantly. This puts a smile on your face, and most importantly, allows you to now qualify for some 0% interest cards. You can move those balances over. You can even pay the loan off the 0% interest cards. And now you're paying towards 100% principal instead of interest. This literally can save you thousands, $10,000 a year in some cases when you utilize this strategy. So that's what I recommend. But if you are in such a position that you can't get out of it, here's what the debt relief companies will do. They'll basically say, stop making all payments on all your credit cards, on all your unsecured loans, and then now that the lender sees that you're way behind and you're going to default, and you might even file for bankruptcy, and they're going to get zero instead of 25 or 30 cents on the dollar, now they can go in and negotiate from a position of strength. And what will show up on your credit report is settled, paid for less than in full. And when a lender sees that for the next decade or longer, they're going to not want to work with you. And so if possible, the debt consolidation loan, earn the income, pay those back is almost always the way to go. But let's say you find yourself in a position where you had a big medical emergency, a six-figure medical bill that there's no way you can pay, and you're in this tight spot and you've got some credit card debt as well. In that position, you're actually better off doing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, wiping the slate clean, and then going out and rebuilding your credit. You're going to actually be able to recover quicker in 3 to 5 years doing that route versus the debt relief route. Although the debt relief might save you a whole lot of money, help you with some immediate cash flow, I do not recommend it long term because it damages you for the next decade. So those are the truth. That's the ins and outs on debt relief companies versus debt consolidation and loan. I definitely recommend the debt consolidation loan. And those, my friends, are the tips and tactics that they never taught us about credit, and the debt relief companies will not be sharing that with you. If you found value in this, share it with others, and realize the best way out of debt is actually to earn a shit ton more money as an entrepreneur, side hustler, and business owner. That's how you can pay debt off fast.